In the Gospel of Mark, when he's telling this same story, when the young man says, "I've done all these things," it says that he looked at him and loved him. That when Jesus asks him to go and sell all that he has and give to the poor and then come follow me, he's not saying, "I want to see if you really can make your life miserable, if you love me that much." But rather, he sees such potential in this young man. He says, "Here, this is the way that you will find perfection." God doesn't try to whip us or kick us while we're down. Actually, that's what Satan does. Satan kicks us while we're down. God wants for us to become, as Matthew Kelly would say, the best version of ourselves, who we were meant to be. But there are so many things. I was thinking about the parable of the sower this morning as I was praying through this, because you got the seed that falls on the path and the seed that falls in the midst of the stones, but then you have the seed that falls in the midst of the thorns, and saying, those are the one that chokes the spiritual life so that they can't grow any fruit. And Jesus sees this young man and he says, there's something that's choking him, that's keeping him from bearing fruit. This lure of riches, he says, if you let go of these things, because these things are keeping you bound, they're choking you. And the Lord looks at us, and he loves us, and he says, I have such great plans for you. He wants us to look and to see, what are those things that are choking our spiritual life? What are those things that are keeping us from bearing as much fruit as we should? I was praying over this morning and thinking, okay, Lord, reveal to me what it is that is keeping me bound. And he showed me a couple things. I was like, yeah, okay. I was talking to someone recently who says, I've surrendered everything to the Lord. It's very easy. And I was, in the back of my mind, I was saying, right. I'm not so sure about that. As the saying goes, we think we've surrendered everything to the Lord until he asks for something we're not willing to give up. And so it might be a good practice for us today in our prayer to say, okay, God, show me one thing. You don't want to see everything. Believe me, you don't want to see everything. But show me one thing that's keeping me from following you completely. And Lord, then give me the grace to be able to break free from that which is holding me bound.